Where other NBA stars get the headliner treatment, the sixth man often gets overlooked. But without them, these legendary teams wouldn't be complete. From the reigning champions to all-time greats, we're about to take you on a journey of discovery as we reveal who made our list of the greatest sixth man of all time. But before we reveal the list, let's take a moment to reflect on why the sixth man has become such an important role in basketball. The term sixth man was first used by legendary Boston Celtics coach Red Auerbach when referring to his star player Frank Ramsey. Red recognized the value of bringing a talented and experienced player off the bench to inject energy into the team when needed. And since then, fans have seen sixth men come in all shapes and sizes, from scrappy defenders to high-flying dunkers, from three-point snipers to dynamic defenders and playmakers. We may never truly know who deserves the title of greatest sixth man of all time, but that won't stop us from trying. So let's dive in and find out who made our list. We begin our list with James Harden. In the world of the NBA, there have been many players who have made an impact on the court, but none quite like James Harden. Before he became the star player known as the Beard, he was a sixth man for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In his rookie years, Harden didn't get in the starting five of the team. Instead, he would come off the bench and provide a spark for his team. And boy, did he ever provide that spark. During the 2011-2012 season, Harden helped to lead the Thunder to an impressive 47-19 record, which was good enough for first place in the Western Conference. And for his efforts, he was named the sixth man of the year. So what made Harden such a great sixth man? For starters, he was a scoring machine. He averaged 17 points per game that season, which was the highest of any bench player in the league. But he wasn't just a scorer. Harden also dished out 4 assists per game, showing that he was a well-rounded player who can make his teammates better. One of the things that made Harden so effective was his ability to get to the free throw line. He had a knack for drawing fouls and making his opponents pay for their mistakes. In fact, he attempted 5 free throws per game, which was the second highest total of any bench player in the league. Harden's impact on the game wasn't just limited to his stats, though. He brought a certain energy and swagger to the court that his teammates fed off of. When he entered the game, it was like a jolt of electricity went through the entire team. And when they needed a big play or a clutch basket, Harden was always there to deliver. When the Thunder made it to the NBA Finals that year, Harden played a crucial role in their success. He scored 19 points in Game 1 of the series and helped lead the Thunder to a victory over the Miami Heat. Although they would go on to lose the series, Harden's performance in Game 1 was a testament to just how important he was to the team. Since then, Harden has gone on to become one of the best players in the league. He's won MVP awards, led the league in scoring, and helped to lead his team to multiple playoff appearances. But even though he's no longer a sixth man, his time in that role will always be remembered as one of the greatest sixth-man performances of all time. Next up, we have Manu Ginobili. If there's one thing you can say about this guy, it's that he knows how to make an entrance. As a sixth man, you might expect him to come off the bench with a bit of a whimper. But no, not Manu. He burst onto the scene in 2002 with the San Antonio Spurs and immediately made a name for himself with his flashy play and unstoppable offense. But let's see why he won the Sixth Man of the Year award in 2008. The truth is, Ginobili was the key to the Spurs' success. Sure, they had the likes of Tim Duncan and Tony Parker leading the charge, but when the team needed a spark off the bench, Ginobili was the guy to deliver. He had this uncanny ability to read the game and make the right plays at the right time. But what really made Ginobili stand out was his offensive skills. The guy was a scoring machine, and his left-handed Euro step? Let's just say it was a thing of beauty. It's a move that has inspired countless players around the world, and it's become synonymous with Ginobili himself. But it wasn't just about his scoring ability. Ginobili brought so much more to the table. He was a fierce competitor, never shying away from a challenge. He was a leader on and off the court, and his passion for the game was contagious. He was the ultimate team player, always willing to put the needs of the team above his own. And when the chips were down, when the Spurs needed someone to step up and take charge, Ginobili was always the one to answer the call. Whether it was hitting a game-winning shot or making a crucial defensive play, he was always there when his team needed him most, and he was one of the reasons why the Spurs have won 4 championships with him on the team. It's no wonder that Ginobili is widely regarded as one of the greatest sixth men of all time. He revolutionized the position, showing that a player coming off the bench could be just as valuable as a starter. And he did it all with a flair and style that was uniquely his own. James Harden and Manu Ginobili have brought an extra energy when they have entered in the game from the bench, and there are also other players like Lamar Odom, Robert Horry, or Andre Iguodala. But the next 2 players have dominated when we speak about the Sixth Man Award. These 2 players have together 6 awards. That's something. Let's see who they are. The first between the 2 is Jamal Crawford. He's arguably the greatest sixth man of all time. He won the award a record-tying 3 times and became synonymous with instant offense off the bench. His ability to put up points in bunches made him a fan favorite wherever he went, be it Seattle, New York, or Los Angeles. Unlike other sixth men, Crawford wasn't a role player or defensive specialist. He was an offensive machine, with an array of moves that left defenders flat-footed. Crawford could get hot in a hurry and make it look easy. His signature move, the crossover, left opponents embarrassed before they even had a chance to react. He won the award for Sixth Man of the Year in 2010, 2014, and 2016, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2022. Crawford's offensive greatness is what puts him at the top of this list. He gave us some of the most memorable moments as a sixth man and will forever remain one of the greatest players to ever come off the bench. Moving on to his counterpart, Lou Williams. There's no doubt Lou Williams is one of the greatest sixth men in NBA history alongside Jamal Crawford. He won the award a record-tying 3 times and consistently put up monstrous numbers coming off the bench. Standing at just 6'1", 175 pounds, it's hard to believe he was able to make a mark on the league as an undersized guard. It all started in Philadelphia, where Williams learned from the great Allen Iverson and developed into one of the best scorers in NBA history. His ability to put up points and make big plays was unmatched on the second unit, and he quickly became a fan favorite wherever he went. By 2015, Williams had become an offensive force off the bench, and it was that season he won his first Sixth Man of the Year award, averaging almost 16 points per game. In 2018 and 2019, he won back-to-back Sixth Man of the Year awards with incredible stats. In 2018, he averaged a ridiculous 23 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. The following year, he averaged 20 points per game, increasing his rebounds, averaging 3 and 5.5 assists per game. Williams' offensive prowess was unmatched, as he could score in bunches and take over a game with his natural scoring ability. His skill set was so versatile that it made him the greatest little guy in NBA history. Williams' numbers speak for themselves, but above all else, it's his passion for the game that sets him apart from other sixth men. He is the epitome of what it means to be a great sixth man and will remain one of the greatest players to ever come off the bench. So, when it comes to the greatest sixth man of all time, in our opinion, Crawford and Williams are the best, and they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame beside Ginobili and other great legends from the NBA. They all brought something different to their respective teams, but one thing is for sure, they are all legends in their own way. Who do you think we should add to this list? Let us know in the comments.